Hello, everyone, and a big warm welcome back to Mindfulness with Kelly. I'm so honored and privileged to have all your energy with me today. We're going to be exploring what patience is, and then we're going to do a just sitting meditation slightly after, and we'll be able to explore that in a little bit more detail. The power of patience is that it can really be the antidote for anger. And it's a way to love and care for whatever we meet in our path. And by patience, or by cultivating patience, we really have a choice to act suddenly with haste or be curious to a situation that evolves. And life can be quite a fast-paced, we want it, and we can become quite self-centered within that world. And the opposite of patience can be perceived as aggression. So impatient people can be perceived as aggressive. And it's that natural, I want it now, I'm the most important person. And an example, or there's so many examples that happen in our daily life. One example is just being in a queue in a supermarket. And, the queue is 10 people long. And it's how do you feel in that moment? And if you're in a lovely space, you could feel joyful. But if you're in a hurry, etc., then you could have a level of impatience. Another example is waiting for a colleague to send you a document ready for your presentation. And if they don't send it on time, there's that built up energy that can cause frustration. And through my personal experience, one of the ways to really connect to patients and avoid that speeding through life and getting stuff done is connecting to the restlessness of that energy. Feel it and really nurture it. And what this does is it creates space. It creates space from our reactions to whatever arises. And as we learn this skill, we first become patient with ourselves, and then we learn to feel the restless energy of anger, boredom, excitement in ourselves, but also in others. We're able to identify that energy in others as well. And patience takes incredible courage to be able to cultivate, because naturally it's not a state of calm when we practice patience. And it's allowing fully to see our agitations and our hindrances more clearly, like looking through a magnifying glass. So that's all I wanted to kind of explore with patience. But the more you cultivate patience, the more you cultivate just a level of acceptance around a situation that naturally arises. And patience, or living with more patience, is more joyful and less irritating. So now we're going to do a just sitting meditation. It'll be for around 10 minutes or so. I'm going to be guiding you through, so there's nothing you need to do. You just have to listen to my voice. So when you're ready, just slowly sit upright. Whether you're sitting on a chair or you're lying down, just allow yourself to be comfortable. And the only thing I do recommend is having your back straight in whatever position that you'd like to sit in or lie down. So your back is ideally straight. And when we go into meditation, patience is a real key attribute. And the reason why I say that is because it's we quite often get impatient that we're not doing the practice right. There's no such thing. There's no such thing as doing meditation right or wrong. The act of meditation is just open awareness and seeing what arises. And it's about cultivating that level of patience, of allowing that just to happen. So when you're ready, just slowly close your eyes. And when you close your eyes, just feel the relief of just closing your eyes. Now connect to the whole of your body and just start to notice the trunk of your body hitting your sitting bones and just naturally feeling the weight of your body on the cushion or the chair. And just slowly relax into that. And just start to notice the clothes on your skin. And just notice if there's any tightness or restriction. And just have a level of open awareness of this practice. And when you're ready, just slowly connect to the breath. And just once you connect to the breath, just be aware of your whole experience, but use the breath as an anchor. And if your mind is busy in thought, that's your cue to notice your thoughts and just connect back to the breath again. So now just slowly scan your body. We'll start at the head. And it's if we're relaxing even further. Just notice your brow. Just notice the sensations in your eyes. And just begin to soften them further. Your jaw. Is it clenched or is it loose? And just allow your shoulders to just melt away. Just soften further. And if there's any discomfort there, just allow it to be there with open curiosity. Now soften your chest and your stomach. And just notice if there's any little sensations around that area. And you can notice your stomach softening further by letting go of the pelvic region and your groin. Just picture it melting into the floor or the cushion. And you're softening further in the practice. And just slowly notice if your legs are clenched or they're relatively loose. But just relax, see if you can relax yourself even more. Soften and smooth out the knots in your legs with attentiveness. and kindness. And just slowly come back to the breath as your anchor in the practice. With kindly patience towards yourself. You need patience to be able to relax further in the meditation practice. And this can't be forced. And just notice the natural rate and rhythm of your breath with real open curiosity. Your breath may be deep or it might be shallow. Now, with your focus on the breath, just expand your awareness around any parts of your body that you might have restriction or tightness. And this is a feeling exercise. We're not thinking what it feels like, we're feeling what it feels like. And if you notice any restrictions or any discomfort, just see if you can smooth out the knots, turn towards it, and soften it further. Again, you're cultivating that level of patience and openness to whatever arises, without labeling. It's about exploring the restlessness or the restrictions or any frustrations. And once again, just focus again on your breath with kindness and patience towards yourself. Now see if you can bring to mind a situation that required patience. And once you have that situation in your mind, just notice if there's any feelings or sensations that arise. It could be that you had patience, or it could be that you're impatient. But just really be open to your experience of what unfolds, what reveals itself. And just notice again the restrictions or the hindrances around that. And if your mind has a lot to say about this, this is what minds do. And that's your cue just to kindly come back to your breath and come back to the practice. Okay, now expand your awareness around the whole of your body and the weight of your body on the cushion or the chair. And just slowly let go of your efforts. Let go of the practice. And we'll just have a few moments just sitting quietly, just feeling whatever arises with patience and openness. Now start to hear the sounds around you, the sounds inside and outside the room. And just slowly come back in the room, come back in your body. And slowly open your eyes. And I think this part of the meditation is just all about feeling the effects of the practice and not rush off. Just really take a few minutes to absorb what you're cultivating. And today, just explore patience and what we've discussed, and just be open and curious what develops in your day. Thank you so much for sharing your time, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon.